Holy shirt. 2 little holes there. This is one of my shirts I just wear around the house. I used to have 2 of these this color, and he said 2 pink. I have my 2 pink ones that I rarely wear anymore because they're really holy. But somehow, some way, I lost a blue one along the way. I don't know where it is. Quit. I need to stop at the shirt store that I'm having a problem speaking. Where I got these in Shipshawana years ago because they have a shirt shop there that has a huge variety of sizes and kinds, and they have these scoop necks so it doesn't feel like I'm getting like. But after they had the tie-dye, they didn't have it again. They had stupid printed ones that I didn't like that reminded me of like 80-year-old ladies. Kind of like the one I have with the birdhouses on it that my mom bought me. Hi, kitty. I do have one hanging up in the closet I've never worn, but it doesn't have any. It's like a muscle shirt. Do I look like a muscle shirt type person? No. Want me to show you my muscles? Come on now. I think my mom bought me that one too. It's hanging in there. It's got pretty flowers on it, a pretty scoop neck. Now if they had sleeves like I like, it'd be on. I need to go through that closet someday, but today is not the day. We did go through our pantry. Okay, first off, I went through all that footage. I have 10 videos. One you saw yesterday of going to Shipshawana to the flea market. And Kitty, I'm going to kill you because you keep scratching my legs. This is what you call scratch preventative treats. I have a few more from when Jason was here, and then I have some, one of those being the Low Country Boil. And I have some when Christy was here, and what else is on there? I got 9 more to go. So tomorrow will be another video from the laptop. And then yesterday, when Dad got back from taking his sister to the train station, we set up the 6-foot table and cleaned out our pantry. And now it is looking better. I found some things in there that my mom bought when she was alive, and she passed away in 2008. There's one shelf in the back corner where there's some few canned goods that we haven't been to in a while, and that was the group. Because it's 5 shelves. The top 2 shelves I can't reach because they're way up high. The shelves don't even start until like waist high. It's right outside of our kitchen door. It's like built into a wall. Like behind there's a stairway going down to the basement. So when you go down the basement, you look at the back of where that shelving is. And so Dad has like 6 or 7 hot salsas. He has, we have like 7 or 8 Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, so we're set on that for a while. We have everything straightened out. We know where everything is. We ended up taking out, we had this little bucket that whenever there was anything old or decrepit or nasty, we'd sit it in the bucket and then he'd take it out and dump it into our trash. We had 2 buckets full of stuff that we took out. Like stuff that expired in 2008, 2009. There's a few that expired here recently that he kept, that he's like, oh, don't throw that away, I'll eat those butter beans or whatever. So he has a group of stuff in that he put where it's dated recently that has expired, but just recently. So, like last night for dinner, we had rice-a-roni Spanish rice. He had 2 boxes out there that I did not know about because I usually keep that stuff in my pantry that's in the house next to the stove. And it expired just a couple months ago, and Dad's like, well, cook it sometime. So I found a big can of diced tomatoes, and I had laid out a pound of hamburger, so I made like a meal out of it, and fried the hamburger, make the Spanish rice in it, and it was like Spanish rice and hamburger. And I opened up a can of greens because he wanted a can of greens, and so he made a big container to take over to the neighbor guy, but he wasn't home. Dad takes his cell phone with him because he was having a glitch in the same side that he had his hip transplant on, and he was getting ready to walk over and take Bill a container of Spanish rice. Hot, because we just got done eating. I said, take your cell phone in case you should happen to fall somewhere and you can call me or 911 or somebody. Okay. So the phone rings about 10 minutes later, and I'm like, oh, great. And he goes, hey, call Bill and see if he's in there and just doesn't hear me. Because the dog was outside and his truck was there. And so I called Bill and he answered. I said, you're not home, are you? I could tell when he answered he was like in a restaurant or a bar or something. He goes, no, I am in Cassopolis with my brothers. It's my birthday today. And I'm thinking, you were over this last night. You didn't even mention it was your birthday. But I said, well, Dad was just over at your place and Beamer was out and he was just wondering because he saw your vehicle there. But he apparently had taken his motorcycle. He has a motorcycle. So today he's going to stop and pick up his food. So we got our pantry project done. And then we're sitting there, both of us, in the back room, because we each took a chair out there to sort through stuff on that big table, which came in very handy to sort out stuff, let me tell you. And we're both looking at the area, and I go, you know what I'm thinking? He goes, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I said, well, here's what I'm thinking. I said, see this little half wall that goes down that blocks off where the stairway is? I said, if we put a shelf like an inch down to keep stuff from sliding off the back of it, and put shelves, and we get 2 more shelves below it, we can make this whole area like a pantry shelf. He goes, that's kind of what I'm thinking, but not quite. And he goes, you see those little cupboards over there, which are like, which is like kind of like this cupboard here, only it's more doors. There's like 4 or 5 doors, and they're shelves. They're actually made for campers, apparently. And I said, yeah. He goes, we should get one of those and turn it this way and put it right next to here, so we would have more shelving. I said, that's a good idea too. So we might go, maybe tomorrow we'll take a ride and go look at that shop and look for a cabinet that we can put there. We'll probably take Dad's van. He has a little step thing I can use to get in there. And because my knee just can't do the whole heave-ho in there anymore. Back in the day I could just swing up in there, but now it's like, that is a mountain. So we're going to maybe get some more pantry space because we kind of do need it so we can get things more to where we can see things better. Because you think, oh my gosh, those shelves are all empty and we're going to have so much room, and you start putting shit back in there and you're like, this fills up so fast. So we did that yesterday. And Dad is gone today. Last night he goes, when I leave in the morning, I said, where are you going? He's like, me and Larry have to go get a car. I said, I don't know. I didn't know that. You didn't mention anything to me. He goes, oh, I thought I told you. I'm like, nope. So they left this morning. And then about half an hour ago, my aunt calls, the one that's out of town, the one who calls her all the time, going, Neil, are you there? Remember, I'm going to be at the train station at 2:50. I'm like, is she coming back today? Why would she take a train all the way there yesterday to just take the train all the way back today? Because we thought she was going to be there a few days. And I called Dad. I said, your sister called and left a message on the machine, and it sounds like she's taking the train back today, and you're supposed to go get her. Dad's like, I don't know. Nobody ever told me anything. Because yesterday, I asked him, I said, do you know what day she's coming back on the train? He goes, no. Nobody ever said anything. So, her train gets in like 2.5 hours. And Dad's gone, so we'll see what happens. And, in other news, Dad was in the kitchen and we were talking one day. He goes, did you see the U-Haul next door? And he pointed to the house on that side of us. I said, no. He said, yeah, they packing up or something. And then I go take a shower. And I come out. And he goes, you want to hear the news on the neighbors? I'm like, what? He says, they're moving. I said, really? And I'm thinking, they're over there doing this. The gym's over there all the time helping them. And he goes, yeah, that I guess they've been employed for a while. And he got a job in Canada as flying there. I'm like, wait, stop. Are you talking about the neighbors over here? He's like, yeah. I said, okay, because earlier you pointed at the other neighbor, so now I was confused why they would be moving. I'm happy they're moving. They're the ones I lost all respect. I choked on my spittle. Respect for when they had 3 of their dogs put to sleep because they Oh, I didn't want to talk about that. Wags was such a good dog, too. And, he's a pilot of smaller planes and used to fly out of a little airport here. Well, apparently he lost his job, and his wife hasn't been working for a while. They have 2 teenage kids, and they have not been the best neighbors. They rarely mow, and they just are. They're okay, but like I said, I lost respect for them after the whole dog thing, and they're gone. They left. They had all their cars packed up. They have the U-Haul packed up. And apparently he got a job in Canada, flying up there, so they're moving. And apparently the woman's parents are going to be moving next door. So we're going to be getting new neighbors. So we'll see how that goes. So they're probably going to be in Dad's age bracket, I'm guessing, because the lady next door is probably my age. So, if not a little older. Yeah, maybe my age. So, we'll see. But the house next door is empty now. And the only reason we found out this information is our Dad walked back and talked to Lois because he's going to be watching her house. So, she was saying, did you know the neighbors are moving? Dad's like, well, I saw the U-Haul, but I didn't know what was going on. And apparently she had talked to them, and I found out that he got a job in Canada. I don't know where in Canada, but he's going to be a pilot up there. Here's my Tootsie Roll chain. I don't have any here to add on to it right now. What I usually do is I'll take a handful out, and I'll eat some, and then I'll flatten out the wrappers and fold them into the long strips, and then I'm not allowed to get any more Tootsie Rolls out until I get those added onto the chain. That's the law. And when somebody's here, I offer them Tootsie Rolls and make them give me the wrapper. Like Christy, I said, give me the wrapper, give me the wrapper. Kitty's obsessed with the window because there was noise out there, and she's like, what's going on? Huh. It's 12:30. What am I going to do today? I'm actually getting ready to do some work. I got some invoices I have to email, and I've got to go into my bank account and put some stuff in my bank book. And I'm getting geared up for the end of the month billing. I know my cousin's going to be coming over soon. Not today. I'm supposed to hear from my accountant today too, but I haven't yet. I don't want to call and pester her, but I might end up doing that at some point. What I'll do is I'll give her today, and if she doesn't call, I'll call her tomorrow morning. I talked to her on Friday. She said, I wrote you down to call you on Monday. We'll see how it goes. So tomorrow we'll probably get another video from the laptop. Don't know which one yet. It's one of them from when
Jason was here. One's just random clips that didn't really go with anything, so I just put them all in one. A lot of car blogs. Stuff like that. Alright, Kitty, you gonna say anything? Pow! Huh? Are you just gonna stare at that window over there? I think it was just birds. There's bushes at the end of the house right outside the window, so when birds and stuff get in the bushes, she hears them making noise. And then she wants to see, but you can't see out the window. There's a blind there and an air conditioner. Yeah. Ugh, my hairs. Alright, I'm rolling. I gotta go find some lunch. I gotta do work first. Work first, then lunch after. What else in there is leftover Spanish rice and leftover Indian food with rice. I'm riced out. Maybe I'll have a can of soup. Okay, goodbye. Stop the chain.